All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to my page. I'm trying something new here. Well, first of all, I know I haven't read for a while. I've been wanting to read since like maybe last week or so. I was just like, yeah, I want to get back into readings. And for anyone who's just kind of like stumbling across my YouTube channel, or like if you never met me before, hi, my name is Brielle. This is BriesTarot. I read tarot cards. I'm doing some oracles. I like outside of reading, like, is more of a hobby. I work in the film industry. Like, I work in film and television. So I was working on It Ends With Us, the Colin Hoover novel, just in the art department. So right now we're done or on pause, whatever. So I have a lot of time to just do some readings just for funsies. And I really just want to get back into doing it. So I guess without further ado, this will be a pick a card reading or pick a piece of jewelry, and we'll see what messages want to come out for you. I'm going to be using the tea leaf oracle with the fortune cards. I think I've used these a couple times back in like maybe 2020, like when I was still reading before I like took a really long break, and also Arcana Iris Sacra, which I believe this is sold by Labyrinthos, like their website. I love Labyrinthos. It's a great way to like, study readings and all that. This isn't sponsored, I'm just like saying. Although I will give a shout out to my friend Ella, because these are actually all of her jewelry pieces. Not that, but she has a shop called Lavender and Love. If you are in New Jersey or local to New Jersey, there's a lunar fair every full moon and new moon, and she vends there. So this is one of her necklaces, which will be like for pile 1. I don't know why I'm forgetting the name of this crystal. I think it's like just onyx, like a black onyx. I believe this ring right here, also hers, is a citrine. I believe it's citrine. And then this is actually rose quartz. It's just a very white rose quartz necklace. And I wear it all the time. Like, it's a little weathered because I wear it in the shower. But yeah, I've gotten all 3 of these from her, and her shop is Lavender and Love. She has an Instagram. She vends at the lunar fair, so if you ever want to see her. So she didn't ask me to do that. I just wanted to give her a little shout out. So anyway, you can pick 1, 2, 3 piles, like this necklace, this ring, or this necklace, and then I will begin. We are now 3 minutes in. Okay, so we're gonna start. Okay, so for pile number 1, this necklace, let's put these off to the side. If you chose this onyx, I believe, I don't know why I keep saying onyx, like I feel like that's it, but just this black crystal. I don't know why I'm forgetting the name. I really don't understand. Like, for the last week or so, I forgot the name of it. But anyway, let's start with a tea leaf oracle, and this is just gonna be like I'll see what the theme is for these readings, like when I upload it, and then I'll name it accordingly. But for right now, we'll just see what the messages are without any specific, question in mind. But, we'll see what the themes are going to be. Anyway, so how you shuffle the tea leaf is because it's like circular. You can like put it in a bag and just kind of like grab it. So anyway, thank you, Spirit. I'm going to knock on this first. Thank you, Spirit. This will be pile number 1, this black crystal necklace. What messages are going to be present today for pile number 1? Is there going to be a collective conscious, collective questions for all 3 piles? What is the first message that will kind of set the precedent for this entire reading? Okay, pile number 1, what are some messages? What's some fortune for pile number 1? And you kind of just grab a few cards randomly, and then it sort of like forms a sentence. If you've never seen this deck before, it's pretty popular though, if like you've seen it before. And I'm not really like looking at this, I'm just kind of like staring at the ceiling as I'm picking these. Okay, quite a lot. And I'll just kind of lay them out. Oh, wow. Okay. So, let's see. It is July 8th as I'm filming this right now. So, we got the July card. So, this could be like, you know, what to expect for the remainder of this month, or if you watch this a year from now, July, or just something significant might happen in July. Your birthday could be in July. But we'll see what the messages are really first. So, wall, misunderstanding. Clouds, temporary problems. Woman, dealings or relationships with a woman. Moon, changes in your life. And July. Okay. So the first thing I was seeing, this could be like a maternal figure, because like the moon is like that matronly energy that's also Cancer, and July is Cancer season. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, okay? They could be a Cancer moon, they could be a Cancer rising, but Cancer is ruled by the moon. And again, the moon is that motherly energy, okay? So I'm seeing a Cancer woman, or it could be someone's mom. But there are some temporary problems right now between, I guess, you and this maternal figure, okay? And she could look very similar to this woman in this card, but this doesn't really have any defining features quite yet. I'm trying to center this. Can you see that? All right. It could, look, my nails, they're like so uneven. Whatever. It could look like this woman right here, maybe. And like I said, for anyone who like never follows me, like sometimes like random messages will just pop into my head. So I just mentioned like my nails are all uneven. Maybe this woman is like very into her nails, or like vanity or whatever. Like you could be a little more unkempt or homely, casual. Like you might not really care that much about your looks, and this person might. And she might like point out like, oh, you know, you need to cut your nails, or you know, my grandma, who actually, her birthday was on the 6th, like she's passed away, but she is a Cancer, and she had cancer, come to think of it. But she used to kind of say like, you know, if you ever wear sandals out, you should always have nail polish, you know, your toes should be done. And she would always wear like red nail polish. I'm thinking this woman could be maybe in her 50s, 60s. Because when I was a kid, my grandma was like in her maybe mid 50s and early 60s. You could be a woman. I feel like this is like a mother-daughter type of thing. It could be a grandmother too. But again, I'm getting just a matriarch, maternal energy. But you're having some type of misunderstanding. There's like I see like talking to a wall. Like, you know, when you're having a conversation, it could go through one ear, out the other, either on your end or her end. But just like a lot of miscommunication issues that are really like, you can look at this as like clouding judgment, you know? Also like the moon card in tarot is more like mystery, secrets. I feel like maybe like you communicate with this woman over text message, so like messages get like misconstrued a lot and it could lead to arguments, okay? But I just feel like maybe something could pick up in the month of July, or this is just like a constant energy, again, with like a July Cancer, you know, whatever energy. But let's pull a couple more cards, because we're still trying to figure out like what exactly the theme is here. So yeah, like relationships with family could be, doesn't have to be family, but I'm just getting that energy. It could be a mother. It doesn't have to be your mother. You know what I mean? Like just maternal energy that you're like having a misunderstanding with. But like, what could this misunderstanding be about? And then I think I'll pull some tarot cards to get clearer messages. Let's pull just 2. Okay, opportunity or windfall. Astral house is success. That is interesting. That's really weird. Okay, yeah, opportunity or windfall, success, but there's misunderstanding and temporary problems. So, someone could be bugging you about like your career path, I'm thinking, or this person could even be like a boss at work, like kind of like a work mom of sorts. All right. maybe they, like, you know, they see your potential, that you could be very successful, and they're trying to give you advice. Maybe you're not listening to them, like that type of thing. Like maybe they're trying to help you, but it's just like a lot of setbacks. But some of you could be having some problems, like with work or whatever, and like, yeah, the changes in your life can cause this better opportunity later. Okay. And I don't even know why I went to career, because this isn't really talking about career, honestly. So I feel like just, yeah, these temporary problems, temporary is temporary. So I feel like any arguments or miscommunication, misunderstanding is going to change for the better, okay? And I feel like you'll have an opportunity to kind of clear things up with this maternal energy, okay? Now let's pull the tarot cards. That was pretty straightforward, so let's pull some cards just to kind of see what else we could be getting. And also this like card at the bottom of this tea leaf deck is Caterpillar. It's upside down, but it's hard to like show it to the camera. You ever try to cut your hair in a mirror and you're looking at your reflection and the scissors keep missing your hair? That's how I feel right now. Like I'm trying to show this on camera, but I'm like looking at my screen mirror on my computer screen, and I'm like really all over the place. But things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Okay, yeah, so just change, okay? Changes. Thank you, Spirit. Maybe someone is a David Bowie fan, okay? You know Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen with Lindsay Lohan, and she sings that song during the musical? Changes. History. I remember, I think it was like when we were talking about Manifest Destiny or something in my history class in like 8th grade, our history teacher, who was like a total babe, honestly, he kept incorporating that song in the lesson. They say, oh yeah, so all these changes, you know. I don't know, maybe someone could be like a teacher. Okay, so someone could be maybe you want to be a teacher, maybe they're a teacher, maybe someone's really into history, okay? History Channel, don't know. All right, anyway, so yeah, let's get some clarifying messages for pile number 1. Okay, no cards want to really pop out right now. Okay, Strength, 9 of Wands, Sagittarius, and Moon energy. A lot of moon energy right now. Someone could be Sagittarius, Sag Moon. Let's see what else. Come on, clarify cards for pile number 1. What this energy really is. You have the Prince of Wands in the reverse. Fire, air energy. Okay, and this lion right here, that is the Strength card, which this is not the major arcana, but it says Strength up here. So Strength is Leo energy. So Sagittarius, Leo, Princess of Chalices, and that's like a lotus flower. Okay, let's see. One more card and then I'll start to read this. Okay. Oh, 2 cards popped out. Okay, we have Success in the reverse. And that is, I have 6 of discs in the reverse. So it's more like not sharing your success, not sharing your wealth. And Prince of Swords in the reverse. With a scythe. Okay. So, also Victory, 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'm kind of seeing for some people, given that this is like the whole matriarch energy, you could have a paternal figure, a male figure like in your family that is sick right now, okay? You might be like living with your parents, ready to move out, or like you moved out already and you're kind of like doing your own thing, and it seems like this maternal energy wants you to kind of come in and help out and like, you know, step up and sort of be like both the mother role and the father role almost of the family, like the kid taking care of the parents, like as your parents get older, because like I said before, someone could be like in their 60s or 70s. So yeah, you could have a parent that's kind of sick right now. God bless, they could have cancer, it could be just, you know, maybe they had like a heart attack or something, but it's like, you know, they're trying to like kind of find the strength at the moment. And I just feel like this energy is kind of weak, you know, so it's like they're relying on like maybe your strength and someone else's strength to kind of carry the family, and it is successful, it's going to be successful, but it kind of feels like maybe you're not really able to like, you know, help out as much or visit that much. I feel like there's a misunderstanding where like they think that you're more successful than you are, like you have more money than you do. And you know, I just see like a whole conversation where you're just like, it's not like that, you know, it's not like I'm choosing not to help, it's just I can't afford it, or, you know, I can't move back home because I work in the city and it's too far away, you know, like that type of thing. But I just feel like something regarding the home, and you're kind of being pressured to come home to help take care of a sick relative, okay? And there's like these two men right here, so like maybe some of you have like a younger brother, okay? This could be a brother that's sick, because it's all prince and princess energy, but it just seems like, you know, maybe one sister, two brothers are kind of involved with a, you know, family matter. I feel like maybe the sister is older. That could be your energy. You know, a lot of women tend to watch these readings more often, but it doesn't have to be that feminine energy. Yeah, you could be expected to kind of like step up and carry this burden on your back. Especially if like the boys, like the brothers are younger, like they're teenagers and they can't really do anything, but you're expected. I'm seeing like Fiona Gallagher from Shameless, like you're really young, but you're kind of being expected to take care of the family, and it's hard for you to do that because you might not necessarily have like, you know, all of the equipment, you know, like the ability to really do it by yourself, but you're being pressured to do it. And they don't seem to understand your actual capabilities. I feel like maybe they're like having a lot of expectations from you. So I feel like they think that you're capable of doing it, you're just being selfish, okay? I feel like someone is accusing you of being selfish when in reality you're just like, I can't do it. Like I have, you know, I have work, I have a business to run, or you know, like so some of you could have a small business. Because like I said, I was like plugging my friend's stuff. Some of you could have a small business, but there's just a pressure to stay home right now. There's pressure to stay home. And I feel like maybe you'll have some type of opportunity. Maybe you'll get a raise. Maybe you'll get like a huge, you know, financial abundance. Like, you know, someone could donate, like a GoFundMe. Someone could donate to your cause. Or you could just make a lot of extra money at work where you actually can help out. But as of right now, it just is a little dicey and tricky for you, okay? So I guess to sum that up, yeah, could be fighting with a maternal energy, could have a sick relative, probably a you know, a father, a patriarch, whatever, a male figure could be sick, and you're expected to kind of step up and help take care of the family. They might think you have more money than you do. They might think that you're more successful than you are. Also, look at this. The princess and this woman, like they look very similar, okay? You could be Asian American, because these like look like Asian women, okay? So that could be like your mother and you, all right? And, you know, someone could be like on their deathbed essentially, and again, like you're being expected to step up and help take care of them, but you can't quite right now, okay? But I do feel like things will turn around in your favor and things will change for the better. And, you know, you'll have some more financial abundance. And then for some of you, a very small amount of you, I'm hearing this right now, you could have had a family member that has already passed on, especially just with the scythe. Like someone could have already passed away, and maybe you're getting an inheritance right now. You know, like you're about to have a lot of money that'll help you with a lot of issues that you're currently having. You know, like a person could have had a life insurance policy, or, you know, put you in their will and saying like you're the beneficiary of everything, okay? And then with that, again, you could still be arguing with this maternal figure on like what to do with that money, like invest it here, invest it there, or like you might want to save up for your thing, but they probably want you to like split it up between like you and your siblings and them, okay? And then for another small amount of you, it could be that maternal energy that passed away, okay? But I kind of feel like this is more someone that's like harping on you, almost like to do the right thing. Okay, and let's get a couple more quick messages for that, and then I'll move on. So what else should pile one know regarding this situation? Okay, the Sun card in the reverse. I feel like they want me to pick more cards. I'm seeing a lot of butterflies here, so it could be like a passed on spirit guide. This card kind of slid out. Yeah, okay, so debauchery, that card was kind of sticky just now, sticky situation. 7 of Chalices, where it's just like you're worried that whatever decision you make will be the wrong one. Like it will lead to like this dragon kind of, you know, eating you. Like you're like, I don't want to do this again. With the dragon, this woman, that woman, I feel like someone could be like Chinese. Like you could have a Chinese family, you know. Maybe something happened around the Chinese New Year, okay? Because the song Chinese New Year popped in my head from Sales, that's more of a happy song, which is called Chinese New Year. So yeah, you could be Chinese descent. Even like, wow, the Great Wall of China. Okay, so something about China. Like, do you work in China? Like, are you about to like study abroad in China? Go to China, you know? Maybe like someone had COVID, you know, like I don't want to sound like Donald Trump or any bullshit like that, but you know, obviously, or was that even debunked, honestly? I don't even remember, but like the first case of COVID was in China. Like, was it like Beijing? Whatever, but you know what I mean, like just whatever messages pop in my head. I just don't want to come off as like being racist or whatever, or being an asshole, but I'm just seeing like the wall, I'm seeing dragon, this woman is Chinese, okay, and the other girl looked Chinese, like, so yeah, it could be your family is Chinese, maybe you're going to China, you're coming from China, or maybe someone got COVID, which, you know, first case was in China, just something like that. But that was a very small amount. I just feel like it's more of your descent, not really outside influences, but, you know, maybe you have to postpone a trip to China because you have to stay back with the family, or you have to fly to China, go to China to see your family, okay? But sun, like the sun is setting, okay, the sun in reverse. So again, maybe you are going to a funeral in China, okay? It might not even be like someone within the family, but maybe it's like a, you know, an uncle, you know, a male cousin or something. Maybe they recently passed away. Maybe they resided in China. You have to go to China for the funeral service. You might not be able to make it because it's, you know, flying across the country. It's this whole thing. But I just see something about like you getting this inheritance, or, you know, you were written in their will and they're giving you something, and you're kind of being pressured to either share the wealth or to help take care, or, you know, but I just feel like you're being pressured to do something, whether it's to give money, to go there for the service, to help support this family, your family, okay? And they probably think that you're more successful than you are, but I do feel like you might run into this windfall where you do get more money, but it might, you know, come after a tragedy of sorts. And then you're kind of like deciding what to do with that money, what you should do, okay? And there's something about a lotus flower and butterflies. Like I keep, like, this flower is here, the girl had it, flowers here, yeah, okay? So that's a lotus flower, okay? That's weird. White Lotus. I never watched White Lotus, but if maybe some of you like that show, I don't know. Or maybe it's like a weird situation that reminds you of an episode of White Lotus. I don't know. Again, I'm just a messenger. Like I'm a vessel for these weird messages, but it does seem like it's mostly a pretty tragic story right now, again, involving death. And I do feel like there will be success in the end, but right now it's a dicey situation, and you kind of have a tough decision to make. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, Valor. I believe 7 of Wands is like that, like, defensive energy. So I feel like you're kind of having to like defend yourself a little bit. And then, yeah, the 6 of Wands victory is right behind it. Okay. I think it will work out. It will work out, but you know, you'll see it unfold. But there was like a couple different messages in there, but still similar. Okay, again, sick person, possibly death already. A death is happening. Maybe someone's in hospice, so you know what's happening, and you're expected to help take care of the family. You could be getting some type of inheritance, something in the will, but decide what's best for you and everyone involved. It might be a tough decision, but I feel like you'll figure it out, okay? And and yeah, any little arguments along the way will be solved soon, but this will bring some significant change into your life. Even if it's a sad situation, you'll kind of come out on the other side, you know? And I also was thinking about George Lopez, Veronica, like his niece, when her mother passed away, she gave everything to Veronica. Okay, like that type of thing. So I feel like you are getting an inheritance of some sort, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I hope that made sense. And like, so far, that was very specific. So I'm still trying to figure out what the theme of this reading is going to be and what I'm going to title this. But I hope that answered some of your questions, if it's more specific, or if this is more of a general read that's going to pop up and you're like looking at it. I hope that this is resonating and it makes sense for you. That was very specific, and if that does not resonate with you, please pick another pile, because that again was very specific. Okay, so thank you, pile number 1. Now we're at 28 minutes, about to be 30. Okay, so pile number 2, if you picked this Citrine Ring, let's get started with your reading. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle with the Tea Leaf Oracle. It's just like a little shuffle in the bag. Okay, let me clear the energy first, and then let's get started. Thank you, Spirit. Let's clear the energy. Let's get some messages for pile number 2, Citrine. And as of right now, I'm just gonna see what the messages are, what the overall messages for each pile is going to be, just to kind of see like if this is a more general pick a card or if it's more of a specific question. But for now, yeah, so energy for pile number 2, the Citrine Ring. What messages are for pile number 2? What messages want to come up? However many cards pop up with Okay, I'm just looking at the ceiling. I just want to get a better grip of this though to shuffle in this bag. And let's just see what messages are gonna pop up for pile number 2. Oh, that might be too many cards. Like, there's a lot of cards right now. So I'm gonna kind of dump some of those, and whichever ones are sticking to me. All right, still a lot of cards, but it's fine, we'll keep it. So Grasshopper, this actually was like kind of like popping up in the bag from the pile number 1. Sorry, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, situations and the balance that require careful handling. Okay. Eagle. Actually, no, this wasn't, sorry. This was not from pile 1. I'm thinking of something else, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so Grasshopper, Eagle, triumph over troubles, obstacles. Crown, honor and respect will come to you. Horseshoe, good luck. Leg, stepping into a new experience. Door, opportunities are waiting for you. And Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. Interesting. It's definitely opposite from how pile number 1 was. Okay, so let's see. Okay, the way that these tea leaf oracle cards work, like they kind of like it sort of forms a sentence. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Grasshopper, situations balance that require careful handling, triumph over troubles, obstacles, honor and respect will come to you, good luck. Stepping into a new experience, opportunities are waiting for you, lighthearted, carefree time. Okay, so some of you could be starting a new venture. Maybe you're kind of like an entry level beginner at something. It could be like a new job, something like in your career field that would kind of give you a leg, like, you know, open doors, better opportunities for you. I feel like tact is needed with this. That makes like the careful handling. Okay, and I'm feeling like, you know, like young Grasshopper, I feel like you are entry level in this position. Like you're like Luke Skywalker. Okay, whatever. You have a lot to learn. Okay. But let's see. Okay, wait. Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. Let's see. Time keeps on slipping into the future. I feel like whatever this is, it's definitely a stepping stone for something better, for you to be like well respected, maybe in your career field or something like in the future. But you have to, you know, take those steps. Some of you might be like ready to just kind of like leap into that better position or something, but I feel like right now Spirit is kind of just like, you know, you'll get those opportunities, but, you know, take your time. Don't rush into the next thing. Okay, because there will be some obstacles, like, you know, like you're learning a whole new skill. I'm seeing like the 8 of Pentacles popping up, which is like that apprentice energy. So some of you could be like finishing up college and like you're getting your first ever job, or you've maybe just been working for a couple years now, but like you're in that entry level position. You could be an assistant to someone for whatever field you aspire to be in. Like maybe you want to be where they are, and you're going to be learning from them, but there's going to be like certain obstacles where you might think like, oh, this is so stupid. Like why do I care if we do it this way, that way? But I'm hearing like there's a method to my madness, so you might not understand yet why you're doing these certain things. Okay, I'm getting like Karate Kid, like each step will help you with your skill later on. Don't disregard the small steps that you have to make. Okay, like wax on, wax off, whatever. Like you need to take those necessary steps to learn these things. Some of you could even just be learning how to drive. Because I'm thinking like Karate Kid, there was like a parody of Karate Kid on Zoya 101, and like the character Michael was trying to learn how to drive a stick shift, and like that person who was kind of being like Mr. Miyagi was just like, you know, stir the tuna, stomp the grapes, and he was just like, this is so stupid, like when are you gonna teach me how to drive? And then like he started saying like stomp the grapes, and he learns how to like click on the pedals, and it's like stir the tuna up, down, over, and like learning the gear shift and all that. So like that could be very specific. Like maybe some of you are trying to learn how to drive a stick, or maybe you're older and you haven't had your license yet. Like you could be from the city or something, so you're trying to learn how to drive. I don't know, but I just feel like it's that type of thing where you are learning a new skill, and maybe someone who like has honor and respect, like someone who is more experienced than you, is trying to show you the way, and you're thinking you're doing a bunch of nonsensical tasks, like, oh, this is so stupid, this is so beneath me, but it's not. Just like let yourself learn it, because there's a lot to learn. Okay. Like good luck, I feel like this could just be like saying, like someone saying, hey, good luck, like good luck, break a leg, you know. I hope that this works out for you. But also maybe you got this job because of like sheer luck. Like maybe you're just lucky that you landed this new opportunity, and like you're very, very green. Like that's what we say like in the film industry, when someone's green, it's like you have the least experience, or maybe only a couple years of experience, and you're bound to make mistakes. Like you're not seasoned yet. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm seeing right now. So yeah, opportunities are waiting for you, but I feel like maybe after you learn the necessary steps that you need to learn, because again, this is stepping into a new experience. Like this is new for you. Like, you know, like this is your first rodeo, essentially. You've never done this before. Okay, or maybe you've had this type of work before, but you worked for a different person, so this newer person is going to make it a whole different experience for you. You'll have different tasks. Like that's how I felt just now. Like when I was working on this movie I was just on, like I was an art PA, and like, you know, for independent movies, for non-union stuff, like art PAs are also the set dressers and all that. Like they do different things, but like for a union job, an art PA is just, you know, we're on standby, we're going on runs back and forth. Like it's not like we're not doing the harder work. It's so lighthearted, carefree time. I feel like your position is very low stakes, and maybe you want more, like you want more responsibilities. You want to be able to be like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. But I feel like this higher person, this boss, your supervisor, is like, you're not ready for that yet. It's okay if you're not doing something every minute. You know, it's okay if you don't have a task all the time. Let me handle that. You will watch me and learn what I'm doing, and I will give you a task when it's needed. Okay? Because if you take on, like, you know, if you're biting off more than you can chew, you'll be overwhelmed. And like I feel like this person is trying to explain, because, you know, they've done this before, they've been around this block before, and they know how challenging it really is. And you're so eager, you're just like, I want to do this, and they're just like, calm down, hold your horses, slow your roll, okay? Calm down, young grasshopper. Okay, I feel like you're kind of giving like the fool energy, and you're working with, like, you know, an emperor or like a high priestess. Like they are more skilled than you are, and they need you to follow in their footsteps, and don't like be eager, and like don't talk over them, and like try to do things over them. And you might right now kind of feel like you're in a place where you're not really getting much respect because you're that entry-level position, but with the honor and respect will come to you. I feel like maybe after you kind of prove yourself and show that you're capable of doing this job, you know, people will be talking about you in rooms you've never been in before. Like, you know, like there'll be a lot of word of mouth, and you're getting like recommendations and all that. Like people are like referring you to other people after this job, after this experience. Okay. And this could also just be an internship, but it doesn't really matter what the job is. It's not really being specific here, but I feel like whatever it is, you are entry level, and it's going to be a new experience for you, and you might feel like you have experience already, but this particular job, this particular thing is going to be a whole new experience you've never really dealt with before. Okay, but once you learn that, though, it'll make room for more opportunities, and maybe like your stick-to-itiveness and your triumph and like showing that you were able to overcome those little obstacles, you'll become very respected within your field of work, which is nice. Let's get a couple more tea leaf cards on this, and then I will pull the tarot cards. Okay, so pile number 2 with this, like, it just seems like a new job, a new opportunity, internship, apprenticeship, something like that. And them just kind of learning what they need to learn, being a young grasshopper. Okay, what other cards can we get right now to clarify this, or just to kind of drive the rest of this like story so they know what's happening or whatever. Okay, 2 cards. Ooh. Okay. Barrel and heart. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And then heart, love, deep affection, and caring. Okay. And that had careful handling, lighthearted, carefree time. This is interesting. For some of you, this might not even be like a new job. Maybe for some of you, you've never like been in a relationship before. Okay, and this could be like the first relationship you've ever been in, so it's a new experience for you. And maybe you're dating someone who has, you know, maybe they were previously married, maybe they've had a few relationships, like they've kind of been around, so like not like in a oh they a hoe or they belong to the streets type of way, but you know, they probably just, yeah, they have more experience in dating. And I feel like maybe you're rushing to go from like, you know, a situationship to dating to in a relationship to, you know, like where we have a title, we are moving in together, whatever. And I feel like this person might be like, just stop and smell the roses, you know, like don't be so eager, you know. That could be for some of you. And for others of you, maybe alongside of this, you know, new opportunity that's like career-wise, which was the main message, like the love part is only for a few of you. But another thing, this could be like kind of like a side quest, okay? So this stuff is like a new job, new experience, opportunity, work-related, but then like on the side, like maybe some of you could be like meeting someone at this new job, you know? Like a coworker, maybe another assistant, another entry-level person that's like kind of in the same level as you are, but for like a different department or whatever. You could be meeting this person and, you know, maybe start dating them. Maybe you are meeting your future spouse at this job, you know, which that's pretty lucky, honestly. Like I feel like that's really interesting, and that could also be like a new opportunity. So maybe it's like, you know, at work there are some little obstacles as you're learning this new job, but then like literally on the side, like within the job, you have like, you know, you are talking to this coworker by the water cooler or in like the little office kitchen. You're having nice conversations and you're starting to like each other, and you know, you might start dating because maybe like you're so like hustle, girl boss, whatever, like that type of mode where you want to be successful with every little thing, that you're always focusing on work, but you could be lacking in the romantic sector. Okay, so yeah, you could meet someone at work. Check your 7th house, you know, like you could have like Capricorn in your 7th house, or like I guess Saturn in your 7th house, whatever. But yeah, maybe you're meant to meet like your future spouse or a significant relationship, like a romantic relationship at work, or some type of like butterfly effect from this job will lead you to meeting the love of your life. Okay, I'm getting little burp confirmations, which is funny because I feel like I haven't had those burp confirmations in like the longest time, but whenever I read on my channel, I start burping like crazy. I'm gonna pull some cards. And my friend Ella, who like made all this jewelry, she kept burping when I was hanging out with her last weekend, and then at one point she just goes, "You never burp." I'm like, yes I do. I just, you know, I just like hold it in. But for these readings, I let it all out, baby. Okay, let's see. Also, it's 44, like the minutes are 44. So that could be your number. Anyway, I'm gonna knock on this one more time. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so let's pull some clarifying Clarifying cards of the situation for pile number 2. This like new venture, new opportunity that's also mentioning like love and stuff. Like, what is this about? Change. Changes. Okay. I feel like, just in general, for this entire reading, it might be like what changes are coming to your life, because there were a lot of themes of change for the first pile, and now this is coming up too. I just feel like a lot of people are entering like new ventures, okay? All right, so 2 of discs, pleasure. 6 of chalices. That's also like that's actually that is another soulmate card, the 6 of cups, where it's like childhood, nostalgic. Maybe some of you will just happen to be working with someone you knew as a child, like you knew from childhood, and you start dating. You know, maybe it's very specific. Oh my god, this is so fucking specific. I feel like because this sort of happened to me, not really, but for context. This kid I had a crush on in 2nd grade. He like moved away a long time ago. Like that year he moved away. I had a crush on him. So did a couple of my friends. And you know, I never saw him or heard from him because that was before social media was a thing. I moved in 5th grade, blah blah. And then like just like a couple weeks ago, I swear he just popped up on my Facebook. Like I forgot his last name, but I knew his first name. I saw his face. And I was like very shocked. I thought I saw a ghost. I was really shocked to see him pop on my Facebook. And then not only that, but he also works in the film industry. So that could be the same vibe for you guys for pile number 2. Like very specifically, like you could know someone from childhood, like middle school, high school, elementary school, but you could know someone from childhood, and maybe like, you know, some distance, you know, you haven't seen or heard from them, you almost forgot about them. Maybe you remember them a little bit, but you forgot details about them, like their last name. You don't know where they went, what they did, where they moved to, whatever. And then you might just kind of run into them, and either you meet them at this job specifically, or they work in the same field, the same industry as you do, and maybe you'll kind of collaborate or something, and then, you know, get together. But pleasure, maybe you'll have some like, you know, sexy time with them too. But cause like 6 is a harmony card, a harmonious card. Okay, I was thinking of 6 of swords for a second with like moving and transitioning and all that, but yeah, 6 is harmony. Things just kind of melting together, I feel. Okay, let's get some more cards though. So yeah, changes. This reading is just sponsored by David Bowie, by the way. Ooh, these cards just kind of like flipped over. So okay, which one wants to be first? All right, let's see. Abundance in the reverse, 3 of chalices. Okay. And Queen of Wands in the reverse. So could be some overindulgence in some areas, okay? Like maybe like when you see this new love, or you know, like this good luck and windfall, don't overdo it, okay? Don't let it consume you, especially like, you know, if you're very like, if you're like very work oriented, you know, and that's all you think about. This is kind of like you need to find balance. And so the change coming in your life is literally finding balance in other aspects of your life, not just work, but also like love and happiness, and, you know, like go out, you know, have fun with friends here and there, spend time with some family, date, you know, be in a relationship. Don't just worry about money, 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 okay? Money, 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 must be funny. In a rich man's world. 3 of discs, work. Again, yeah, you could be too much girl boss. Too much girl boss. Very work oriented. But I do feel like you and this person, it's very work related though. So I feel like you and this person work together, or again, work in the same industry. Like you could be meeting your person at work. Queen of Wands in the reverse. pine cones. Okay. I'm thinking of like setting your foundation, which that's not really what this card means, but looking at the pine cones, it reminds me of like me and my friend were just like in the woods like a week ago, and she like forages for pine cones. But it made me think of like acorns, and like, you know, squirrels drop acorns, they lose them, and then trees grow from there. That's very specific. But I feel like maybe you could unknowingly be setting the foundation for your life, like for family or something, not even realizing it yet. But also, this crown card is reminding me of this Queen of Wands in the reverse. So, you know, like setting the foundation for your honor, okay, and like your reputation in general, like with your work life and all of that. Like, you don't realize that you're kind of stepping into this like higher energy, like this more powerful energy, because you could be, yeah, overindulging a little too much, or a little too, you know, you could be worried too much about money, and again, not focusing on other things in your life. You know, some of you might drink a lot, you know, like, because this is like the Three of Chalices in the reverse, like that's like, you know, people partying and drinking. But when you overdo it, it's like, you know, like maybe you're binge drinking, you know, stuff like that, or like you're getting a bad hangover the next day or something, and maybe you're like, I need to take it easy, I need to stop being so overindulgent in whatever aspect. Or maybe some of you, like, the second you get paid, your money like leaves your bank account immediately because you're always shopping, you're always feeling like you need something when you don't. So maybe some of you guys need to be better with your finances. But I feel like this is more like overindulging with like things about feelings and pleasure, like not really a material thing, okay, except for this Two of Disc, which is material stuff. But I just feel like stop and smell the roses. And that's what I saw the first time. Hold your horses, stop and smell the roses, stop like going in on like one aspect and not the other, you know? Be careful of overindulgence in general. But yeah, I do on the other front see like a very pleasurable time. Like maybe someone will kind of help you stop and smell the roses, and you smell them and you're like, they smell good. You know, like you're in a happier energy, and you're not as stressed because you're letting yourself relax a little bit, and like you're letting your guard down a little bit, okay? And someone I feel really wants to get to know you, okay? Because the song is popping. It's like Let Your Guard Down by this singer Greg Hine, who's mostly like on like SoundCloud, but he also writes other people's songs. I'm thinking of Flowers. Oh my god, Miley Cyrus. I can buy myself flowers. He was a writer on that. That was so specific, but you know, again, whenever I see a message, I have to just kind of shout it out. Some of you might know that artist, listen to that artist. Maybe some of you like to make music. Maybe some of you like Miley Cyrus. Maybe seeing her in concert, or you like her album, or maybe you dated someone who's very opposite of you, like how Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth, like they kind of clashed a lot and they kept getting back together, but they aren't really meant to be together. Like she's more of a wild card and he's more like straight laced, you know, like that type of thing. Maybe you'll meet someone that like they really balance you out, like you know, like you guys have a healthy balance of each thing, you know, like they could be more structured and then you could be more fun, or you know, they could be like more slow and steady wins the race and you're a little more eager, and you guys could be balancing each other out, like whether or not rather you can be balancing each other out instead of clashing with each other, if that makes sense. Let's see what else. Other messages for pile number 2, this like new venture, new work, and then new person. Let's just kind of get like a little closing message for this. Sorrow, and it came out on its side. That's weird. Okay, wait. I hear someone could be like a self-sabotager. You're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. I like just recently started rewatching Awkward, like the show, which that's like one of the shows like I always put in my cycle. But have you ever seen Awkward? The MTV show, and like Jenna and Maddie start dating like finally in like season 2. It's like leading up to it, and she's like always waiting for the other shoe to drop, and then like by like season 3, sorry for the spoilers, it's an old show though, but by season 3 she does something to really ruin the relationship. Maybe you might be tempted, like with that overindulgence sometimes can talk about like, you know, cheating or something. Maybe you might be tempted to cheat on this person, or you might be worried that they'll cheat on you because you might be like thinking like, oh, like I'm gonna ruin this relationship. I've never had this before, blah blah blah. And it's like, stop thinking of ways to sabotage it. Just let it happen and be happy, you know? Some of you guys could be procrastinating something, putting off something, which felt like I have to get my car inspected. Maybe some of you also have to get your car inspected. My inspection sticker expired on May 30th, and I haven't had a chance to do it yet, but I'm going to try to do it on Monday. Anyway, Princess of Wands, Prince of Discs. See, look, you don't have to be male and female, but like, see how like I feel like that, like this could be your energy where you're more fiery, you're more eager, like you want to move fast, and this person is like slow and steady wins the race. They're a little slower. They could be a Taurus, okay? They could be a Taurus. You could be a Leo, like that sun right there, or that's just that type of energy. Like that doesn't have to be your sign, but it's that energy, okay? So, you know, like you're very fiery, and maybe you always, like, attention is always on you, like that crown. You almost feel like you're royalty or something. And, you know, maybe you love that instant gratification, like you want to see the result of something really fast. And this person is like, what is your rush? Slow down, okay? Okay, the Ace of Discs. That's okay, yeah, so new opportunity and power in the reverse. Like having to release your power a little bit and not being so eager, okay? That's 4 of Discs. So like 4 of Discs, that's a very like miserly energy. Miserly, like in the traditional tarot, that's like someone like holding a coin really close to their body, and then like the other, I think one is like on top of their head, and the other 2 are just by their feet, like leaning against their chair. Like they don't want to share their wealth, okay? And like they're just being like very like stingy, like, you know, very frugal with their money or something. But this is in the reverse. So I feel like this is kind of saying like you can kind of relinquish that power a little bit, you know. Sharing is caring, okay? You could be like, maybe for some of you it wouldn't kill you to spend the money that you earned and not always like, no, I'm saving this, I'm putting this in stocks. Like, no, like buy yourself something nice every once in a while, you know what I mean? What else? The way that this is like coming out, that reminds me of like Pink Floyd's album. Let's see. The song Comfortably Numb, great fucking song, amazing guitar. Maybe some of you really love guitar. Maybe some of you guys get moved by music, and that just wanted to pop up. Maybe listen to that song, Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. I don't know. Maybe you want to listen to that song. Maybe some lyrics will stand out to you, okay? It's on Spotify. You can find that song anywhere. But yeah, listen to Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd and see if any messages come out to you. But comfortably numb, I feel like that could also be like you're so used to being in your shell and not really feeling your feelings, and this energy coming towards you, this love coming towards you, will help you like really learn how to feel, okay? So that looks like those are the changes coming for you, which is, yeah, it's really positive. It's good luck. It's okay. So to sum up, you're new at something. It's something you never really experienced before. You might think you know what you're doing, but maybe like someone will kind of guide you. It could be a boss, a supervisor that's gonna kind of like help you every step of the way. You could be you could earn a lot of honor and respect, or this person has a lot of honor and respect. Don't be so quick to rush into things. There will be little obstacles because you don't know everything yet, and you're gaining that experience. So it's like, just like take a walk in a park. But something will be really lucky for you, or someone's like kind of wishing you good luck. This will come out in your favor, and will open a door to new opportunities later. But you are meant to kind of have more of a lighthearted, carefree time right now, and not be so like obsessed about work and all that, because there is a part of your life that there's something that's missing, which I guess if you're always worried about career and all that, maybe you like spirit wants you to kind of take a back seat a little bit and let some love come in. And then, yeah, this person could be more slow and steady, wins the race, like a Taurus energy, more of Venusian, whatever. And you could be more of like a Mars energy. You could be like to be the center of attention. You could be like, you want instant gratification. You're always rushing things. And this person will kind of help you stop and smell the roses, and will balance you out if you overindulge in certain things, or if you're all like a workaholic. And this person will kind of help you be more like love oriented and feel your feelings. Okay, so that summed up your reading. And the bottom of the deck is Prince of Chalices in the reverse. I feel like this person is not like a hopeless romantic where they're gonna say something or promise you something and then they don't like live up to that promise. This person has that slow moving energy because they're a lot more structured, and like they mean what they say, and they'll do what they say they're gonna do. Okay, so thank you, pile number 2. That was your reading for your changes, and I guess again that's the theme for all the readings today. So thank you, see you next time. All right, okay, so we're at an hour and like 2 minutes and 30 whatever seconds. So pile number 3, if you picked this clear rose quartz, it's a rose quartz, but it looks like a clear quartz, but it's rose quartz. So I don't know, maybe that's important to your reading, but if you pick that little rose quartz necklace, this is your reading. So we're going to pull from the tea leaf first, and it's kind of a weird, because the cards are kind of weird to hold. I shuffled them in this bag, but I'm going to clear the energy. Thank you, Spirit. This is pile number 3 with the rose quartz necklace, and let's just kind of shuffle and see like what we're gonna get. I'm not picking out specific cards. You see, I'm just kind of shuffling them and grabbing whatever. I'm gonna look at the ceiling while I'm picking these cards. Some of you might not be very trusting, so I feel the need to explain that. But anyway, yeah, so let's pull some cards. Spirit, for pile number 3, the rose quartz necklace. What messages for pile number 3, and so far the overall messages for all of these decks seem to be about change. So I guess, yeah, what changes or just what messages do you need pile 3 to hear? It could be related to changes in their life, changes in general, but what messages for pile number 3? Because I don't want to skew the messages by applying a theme, but again, the other readings seem to be about changes. So yeah, what messages for pile number 3? Okay. Love, ram, boat, wreath, and weeping willow. Okay. Wow. Okay, yeah, so love, ram, a stubborn, aggressive person, boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall, wreath, sorrow over a loss, weeping willow, family sorrow. Okay, this is very similar, like literally that's the same message pile number 1 got, but it also has a tie-in with this love energy. If you want to also watch pile number 1 to get like even more messages for your pile, feel free, because I was picking up an energy of like someone getting an inheritance of a passed on relative or something. So if you came from pile 1 and came here, this could be, you know, clarifying each other's energy, but that's really interesting. And I'm actually going to pull a couple more cards just for consistency, because I had 2 rows last time for the other 2. So a couple more cards for pile number 3, the rose quartz. My throat is starting to burn because I've been talking for like an hour. Like I'm frying my vocal cords right now. Tree. What's with all these trees? Affairs with your family. Oh my god. Teardrops. Great personal sorrow. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay, this is very straightforward. So unfortunately, pile number 3, if you probably already see this coming, you probably already know this is going to happen, but it seems like a loved one will be passing away, and there will be a lot of grief and sorrow around this loss. It could be someone in your immediate family, with a family tree. Wow. Yeah, it could be someone in your family, maybe a very stubborn, aggressive energy. This might be a darker energy, but maybe someone passed away due to like domestic violence, like abuse, like, and this aggressive person is kind of the reason why this happened, you know? Wow. But I do see a change. Like obviously this change with this death, I feel like it'll be very life-changing for you. So that's why I feel like it's probably a relative you're very close to. It could be in your immediate family, okay? It could be a parent, it could be a grandparent, it could be, God forbid, younger than that, like a sibling or something, but it just seems like someone very close to you is passing away. You probably already know this, you know, or maybe it just recently happened. So if that's already resonating with you, keep on watching. And if that doesn't make sense yet, you can do what you want, but let the messages come out how they want to come out. Hopefully this doesn't end up happening to certain people. But I do see though with this loss, that person probably had like you know, something in their will, and you will be inheriting something from this person. Maybe they had a life insurance policy, and you know, you and your family are going to get a lot of money that's going to help you with a lot of financial setbacks, or or even, you know, enough money to cover the funeral, and in general, just enough money to kind of help you live on and do what you need to do. Maybe like some of you were left like a college fund or something like that, or maybe left a house, or very specifically a boat. Like maybe someone owned a boat and someone inherited this boat from them. Okay. Very interesting. Wow. For the other 2 piles, I didn't pull the tarot deck this soon, but this is very straightforward. Like literally, you have this like 3 or 4 different times. Sorrow, 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 sorrow. Family, family. So a death in the family is happening with this pile. I'm not trying to jinx this energy. I'm not trying to force that. Obviously, I'm not trying to force that energy. You probably already know this. So someone could be in hospice, they could be in the hospital, someone could have already died or on their deathbed, but I feel like you know this energy already, and obviously it will be a lot of sorrow. It could lead to a spiritual awakening, it could lead to a physical inheritance, like again, being in the will, a life insurance policy, just a windfall of money, or again, property like a home coming towards you after this death. That'll help you for like the rest of your life, honestly. Wow. let's see. I'm like thinking about like that submarine that like was trying to see the Titanic, and it like imploded, and it was like 5 millionaires on there, and they all died. So obviously their family would inherit their money, but just because that boat right there. So maybe someone passed away in like a very tragic like freak accident or something, and you've already been in this process of grieving. It just kind of feels like it was out of nowhere, so it's kind of hitting even more closer to home because it was unexpected. But I do see a big inheritance coming from this. So, and yeah, it definitely was a very close loved one. And thank you, Spirit. Let's get some clarifying cards for this, because like there's like a stubborn, aggressive person within this energy. This one also could be an Aries. Love, Two of Chalices. Okay, for some of you, very specifically, it could have been like a significant other. Like maybe you were married. Okay, maybe your spouse passed away. Like that is your love, and that's a sorrow. Like maybe you had a family together. Okay. 11 just popped up on the little time. So for some of you, this could have been like maybe one member of your soul family. Like for some of you, this could have been like a soulmate that passed away. Like the love of your life just died recently. Okay. I do believe like there are many soulmates, but this could have just been one of them. Maybe you broke up just before this happened. Okay. For some of you, affairs. Yeah. For a few of you, this might not even be a death. This could be an affair. Like maybe there is a divorce happening within this family because someone was unfaithful, unloyal. Because affairs with your family, I'm now seeing that in a more literal sense, like someone had an affair. Because also this lust card, the lust is actually the strength card, but before this deck it's called lust, and I feel like the lust ruined this relationship. Okay, so it's like sorrow and loss, because maybe you're like, oh, this was the love of my life and they cheated on me, and now we're breaking up, and now the family dynamics will not be the same at all because this person cheated. Like they were unfaithful. Okay, for a few of you, I feel like it could be like half and half. So for some of you, it could just be it was a death in the family, and for others of you, it was just an affair that's breaking up the family. Okay, and you could have thought this person was your soulmate, but then they cheated. And also the strength is Leo energy as well. Leo, and then Ram is Aries, so it could be a fire sign. Let's get some more cards though. So yeah, it's like sorrow with love or sorrow with family. This card fell on the floor. 2 cards fell on the floor. Knight of Discs in the reverse and Ace of Swords in the reverse. With the Ace of Swords in the reverse, I feel like that's kind of saying like very shady communication, or like this popped up out of nowhere. Like you didn't really see this coming. Maybe you suspected it. Maybe you were kind of thinking this was happening, but it was kind of like a bomb out of nowhere. Okay, so whether that's revelation about this affair that happened or finding out about someone passing away, like maybe you were a little suspicious about it, but once you got it confirmed, it was when the news just broke out in general. Okay, for some of you, you could be getting a settlement in a divorce. You could be like winning, maybe you'll get custody if you have kids. Maybe you'll get full custody of the children, alimony. Because like winning, like maybe you'll, if they did cheat, I think like if you get a divorce because someone cheated, the spouse that was cheated on gets a lot of money in like the settlement because like you broke a contract, you know, like literally your marriage contract, you broke it once you cheated on them. Okay, so the message is kind of taking a different turn. Both not great messages, but it could go either way. But I still feel like something, you will get a lot of money. You'll get the property, like, you know, you'll get ownership of the house. If the house is in your name, you'll get the house. You'll get the kids. You'll get the money. You'll win some alimony, something. But it's gonna work out in your favor where you get a lot. You'll win something in some settlement, okay? Or you're inheriting something after someone passed away. You're getting their house. You're getting their life insurance or whatever. But I feel like this thing is going to help you financially, and you're going to be taken care of for the rest of your life after this moment of sorrow. Okay. So this Knight of Discs in the reverse, look at this ball and chain. Again, for some of you, again, I feel like straight up just could have been married to someone and maybe this energy cheated. And like the Knight of Disc is supposed to be like this very like slow and steady and patient energy, but I feel like they did something very stupid that was, you know, not really expected of them that ruined everything, okay? I'm seeing a deer. This is very specific and could be a little more graphic because, again, if this is talking about like death and not like an affair, maybe someone was driving like really recklessly and they usually don't do that. Maybe someone was drunk driving or something and maybe they hit a deer. Maybe a deer hit their car. Maybe they were trying to avoid a deer and got into a really bad car accident, okay? Very specific, okay? And for others, I just feel like this is just infidelity, okay? Because like the horns, like in movies and stuff, that's like a cuckold, and that's like when a man's wife is cheating on him. So yeah, it literally could be either message, but just something that like really tears apart the family. Okay, so whether it's a huge loss of someone in the family, or you lost them because they cheated and you're getting a divorce, or you lost them because they passed away. But I feel like someone just did something very reckless that killed something, you know what I mean? In a literal sense or metaphorically, killed the family, killed the relationship, okay? And maybe like, maybe this happened after like a bad argument, some type of miscommunication. Again, watch pile number 1, you'll understand, but like a miscommunication. Maybe like you had an argument that led to this person cheating, and it just kind of, you know, resulted in this very catastrophic ending to the family. Or after having an argument with this person, they were mad and they went for a drive or whatever, and then they passed away, and you feel like you didn't really get any real closure with this energy with this person because it just happened so suddenly, okay? So like you want clarity, you want closure here. Okay, the Aeon, which is this is a card that this deck has. Like it's not a traditional tarot card, but let me see. That is number 20. I believe this is like the Judgment card. Okay. Like Judgment Day, but like it's like in the reverse. So I feel like quite literally could have just been like a lack of judgment, okay? A complete lack of judgment that led to this situation happening. Maybe someone got pregnant, like if it wasn't a affair, maybe the other person got pregnant and that's why the family is kind of breaking up and it's a divorce, because, you know, there's a pregnancy involved in this now with the egg right there. Okay. Maybe someone passed away when another family member was just born. Like, you know, maybe it was like a weird freak thing where someone died and then like a few days later someone else was born, or like at the same day. Don't know. I feel like in that case, if someone was born shortly after or like at the same time that someone else in the family passed away, that could be their spirit in that baby, you know what I mean? Because like these two like birds, hawks, eagles, these two birds like kind of fuse together. Their spirit could be like in that baby, okay? And like maybe as that baby gets older, if they're like a relative or a family friend or something, as they get older, you'll kind of see like that person's traits in this kid. You'd be like, wow, you remind me of this person. You remind me of my late husband or whatever. Like, you remind me of this person, okay? But yeah, the other thing was just, yeah, maybe pregnancy with an affair. This reading is very split down the middle. So obviously, whichever one resonates with you is going to be that's the message. But either way, it's not really a positive message, though, unfortunately. Okay. So let's put this aside, and let's get some like closing messages though for this. Oh, too many cards. Closing messages for pile number 3. Like, it's very split down the middle. This could be an affair. This could be a death in the family. Wow. Wow, this is the death card, but it's in the reverse. So I feel like spirit is kind of fucking with me, because it could either be saying like, yeah, no, yes, that someone did die, like this is a death, or no, it's in the reverse. So this is not death. This is not a death. This is actually like a metaphorical death. Like, again, a death to a dynamic, a transformation, but you didn't think it was going to happen like that. You weren't expecting that. Just a metaphorical death, okay? So because spirit wants to fuck with me, let's get another card, because I'm trying to figure out, is this actually a death, or is it more of a metaphorical thing? Come on, spirit. Is this death? Is this an affair? So 3 of disc, but it comes out on its side. I feel like that's gosh. Well, the 3 in the reverse for other cards can talk about an affair. Mostly that's like the 3 of cups in reverse. The 3 of swords in reverse is like a breakup. 3 of discs on its side like this is maybe like someone's kind of like refusing to put in the work. Like they don't want to really try anymore, okay? So that could lead more to like, this is an affair. One more card, please, spirit, because they really are fucking with me right now. One more card. 2 cards. Okay, spirit. Dominion, 2 of wands, and Queen of chalices. Okay. So 2 of wands, that's planning, okay? Usually plans with another person, okay? Like wanting to take over the world together, essentially, okay? And then Queen of chalices, that's that like maternal energy, okay? That Queen of water. And another Aries. Okay, so interesting. With these cards, that does seem to talk to like talk more about the affair and like the cheating, because I feel like you could be this energy where like, you know, you were focused on the family, you were focused on like the well-being of everyone involved in the family, and just kind of holding it down and being that maternal energy. Meanwhile, like your spouse, if they were cheating, they basically were like, you know, making plans with someone else. Like maybe they left and they're just like, I met someone else, I want to be with that person, and I'm going to start a new family. You know, I saw the egg right there. I'm going to start a new family with this person. And, you know, we're going to travel the world together or whatever. I feel like it's just a really weird and hasty energy where they're just like, I don't want to settle and be with you anymore and raise our family together. I'm going to have a whole new family. Okay? I'm thinking about John Mulaney, who, like, if you follow him, like, he's a comedian. He's like, he has a lot of Netflix specials, and he and his wife were married for a while, and like they did not want kids. Like, at least like they kept saying that they don't want children. Maybe they will one day, but at the moment they don't. And during COVID, like during 2020, he kind of came out about his addictions. Like he was doing a lot of drugs, like cocaine and everything, and also he was an alcoholic, and he was like falling off the wagon. And during COVID, he really was a mess, so he went to rehab. And then like I think like 6 months after he got out of rehab, he divorced his wife. And it was very unexpected because he's one of those comedians where, like, you know, he's always talking about like, oh, I love my wife and she's the best, and we don't want kids. We have this one dog, Petunia, which actually Petunia, their dog, just recently passed away. So they both made like a post about it, even though they're not even together anymore. But yeah, like that type of vibe. Anyway, so yeah, he divorces her, and it was very sudden, and no one expected that, and no one even really knew that he was doing drugs and drinking either, like outside of his personal friends in the industry. Like his fans had no idea that he was doing that, because he seems like a very straight-laced guy that wouldn't really do much of anything. But like in his specials, he does talk about how he would do coke and drink a lot and party a lot. And then like a little while after like divorcing his wife, he got Olivia Munn, this actress, he got her pregnant, and now, you know, they have a kid together, and like they're in a relationship. I don't know if they're married. I think they're just boyfriend and girlfriend, but they have a kid together. So that could very specifically be a situation for some of you where like you were married and maybe you weren't really planning on having kids, or maybe you wanted kids and they didn't, and they seemed like they didn't, or maybe you were trying to have kids and maybe you had infertility issues, that like, you know, you had miscarriages, you were trying to have kids and it just wasn't happening for you, and then they left you. Okay, I'm hearing Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt, and Angelina Jolie. That was similar to them too. Like Jennifer Aniston did not want kids. She never wanted kids. And then, but I guess Brad Pitt did want kids, and he cheated on her with Angelina Jolie when they were filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith together. And then, you know, fast forward, he and Angelina were together for many years. They had many different kids. But, you know, only a couple years after they got married, they got a divorce. So it was like they were together for 10 years. They got married. And then, like, they lasted 3 or 4 years. They got a divorce. And then Angelina recently came out about, like, how abusive he was. So it could be that type of energy where it's just, like, something involving children, having kids, not having kids, one person wanting kids, one person not, and maybe thinking like, oh, this was like a joint decision. Like, because like with John Mulaney, some people are speculating like maybe he didn't want kids, maybe his wife did, or maybe she did not want kids and he did, but they made it seem like they both decided they didn't want kids, but then he got the other person pregnant and they kept it. So now he's a father, and he's a very active father in his kid's life, and he seems like he's always wanted kids, you know. So it could be that thing where it's like, because there was maybe issues with having children within your marriage, they left and are planning a future and a family with someone else, and you feel devastated and you feel like there's a lot of sorrow, you feel betrayed, because even if it was just the two of you, you had a family and your foundation broke. okay? Like your foundation is no more, okay? But then, like, yeah, for another half of you, it's just an actual death happened in the family. But the way that the death card kind of came in the reverse, I feel like it's telling me more like, no, someone did not literally die, but a dynamic is dead, a relationship is dead, okay? Because, like, we do have love as the first card that popped up, so it could more specifically be love. And someone is very stubborn that they ruined everything because they wanted their way, and instead of like talking about it and being a little healthier about the communication, they very recklessly, cheated, and it resulted in this divorce. But I feel like because they were unfaithful, you will get a lot of alimony, or if you do have kids, or you will get custody of the kids, or you will have the house in your name. You will get a majority of the furniture and like half of their money if there was no prenup signed or something like that. So even though there's like sorrow about this divorce, about this relationship ending, you will get money from it. You will get some type of benefit from it at least. Okay, very interesting. So that's kind of different, very different from pile number one. Pile number one felt more like someone actually did die and you might have to help take care. But for this, it just like, it took a turn, okay? So to sum up this reading though, I should not put these cards away yet, but to sum up this reading, there could have been a literal death in the family that's bringing a lot of sorrow, and you will inherit something from this death in a more literal sense, or in a figurative sense, a relationship is dead because someone had an affair. Maybe there was infertility issues. Maybe like someone had a miscarriage. So like that could also be death, like the baby, the fetus died. And maybe because of infertility or disagreements about wanting kids, the other person did something very reckless and they cheated, and that resulted in a pregnancy. And now you're separated. They're going to start a new life with that person, and you're going to kind of have your own life, but you are getting some type of inheritance from this, okay? Again, whether an alimony or you get half their stuff or whatever, but allow yourself to feel this sadness and feel your feelings though as you navigate through this, okay? But it's a very unfavorable energy, but you probably already knew this energy coming into it. And then, the opposite of that is that someone actually died, and you will grieve for a while because they were very close to the family, but the inheritance that you get will help you and your family move on, and will, help support you for many years to come. And there could be a baby that was born when they died, like right when they died or shortly after, that is going to have very similar traits to that person, okay? So one or the other, one of those messages, whichever one resonated, comment below, let me know. Wow. So thank you, pile number 3. I hope this made sense for you. Again, this would be like the main positive thing about that whole reading is just this winning something, inheritance, windfall, or maybe like after this very sad information, this sad news is happening around you, something in your favor is going to come up, okay? But hope that resonated for you, pile number 3. Sorry for your loss, whether figuratively, literally, just sorry to this very terrible change in your family dynamics. But I hope that this resonated for you, and you can comment below, let me know what's really going on. And thank you everyone for watching this, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.